In today's fast-paced world, a sense of tradition, worth, and preservation is more important than ever to our culture, and that especially applies to the amazing buildings that have been created throughout our history, but oftentimes left abandoned and forgotten. That's why we want to introduce you to Bentley Holdings, a private assets holdings and management company that purchases, improves, and maintains properties of historic or community value for the long term, while making them environmentally friendly as well as tenant-friendly. This principle-driven San Francisco-based company owns and operates some of the West Coast's most unique and sustainable commercial properties, including the famous Bentley Reserve, fondly remembered as the former Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco, and home to some of the city's greenest tenants, a world-class conference center, and the Banking Hall event venue. We caught up with owner and founder Christopher Bentley for an intimate look at what motivates this important work.
Started Bentley Holdings out of the love and passion of San Francisco. I love architecture and I love the city of San Francisco. I bought a building in Union Square and it was in need of tender, loving care, and I gave it some, but I thought to do it from a different perspective, to make it a green building, and that was something that was just starting to be done around that time. I think the world is headed in a very precarious direction, and I don't think we can afford to operate on a level that we have been for so many years. Since the Industrial Revolution, it really took off. And I think now is the time to change that, and I'm hoping to be a leader, and I'm one of many. And I'm learning from others who are doing many great other things.
Bentley Holdings not only invests in real estate, they're in the people business too, with careful selection and superb care of tenants, as well as a staff that considers themselves family.
The biggest reward I get is seeing the people who work with me happy, enjoying what they do. And I think you're only as good as the people you have working with you. And I try and create a sense of team, a sense of camaraderie, and a sense of belonging, which in the end becomes a family. Whatever business you're in the people business.
And of course, the environmental impact of Bentley Holdings investments is incredible, because statistics show that the places we live and work consume more than 2/3 of the nation's electricity and 1/8 of our water. Meanwhile, green buildings can conserve up to 50% of the energy, 38% of the carbon dioxide emissions, 40% of the water, and 70% of the solid waste of non-green buildings.
So you can look it up, and there's hard facts as to why we should be doing this, other than it's just the right thing to do. But if you start to put these things together, it's going to make a major difference in how we live our lives, how we treat our Earth, and eventually how our Earth treats us back. I never strove to be a leader in any kind of environmental design. I just was doing the right thing, and I was doing what I thought should be done. It doesn't matter why somebody does what they do. As long as they're doing the right thing, then we have the right goals being accomplished. I want to live in a beautiful world, and I think most people do.
We applaud Christopher Bentley and Bentley Holdings for the magnificent work they do, preserving our historic buildings and leading the country towards a green environment. To learn more about Bentley properties or future investments, visit bentleyholdings.com today.